hello. Welcome. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to Jenetics Creations. I see Liz is here already. We're getting people in here. Let me make sure I've got the chat up and all the fun stuff here. All right. If you guys are new, welcome to Jenetics Creations. My name is Jen. I teach crochet. I write patterns and I sell my items and my patterns on Etsy. And you are joining me now for the live crochet class. So every Thursday we are here on YouTube, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am in California. I'm on the West Coast. And so we are going to be covering all things crochet. Just every week we're going to cover new things. And you guys are here, as you see, to work on this. We're going to be doing this granny square. It's a granny square. Like, I know it's not a traditional granny square, but it's a type of granny square. You're going to start in the middle and we're going to go out. And this one's a no-sew, so this one's really, really good. Hello, Karen. Hello. We got Karen. We got Liz. Who else do we got in this place? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I do have the chat up, and we are going to start diving in. So if you guys are ready to start grabbing your materials, you're not going to need a whole lot of yarn. I recommend 2 colors, just so that way you can practice with me what I am doing. I just have some random yarn. You guys know I use this yarn a lot in my classes, and when I run out I will eventually pick another color, but I digress. We're gonna make 2 of these together, so we do have to move quickly, but it actually works up fairly quickly. So grab whatever yarn you have nearby. I'm just using 4 wasted weight. If you guys don't know, it's probably the similar budget yarn or your red heart yarn. It's consistent with all of that. There are thinner weights. You can go into DK, which are your lighters, your 3s, and then you can work up into your bulkies. But for this, we're just going to use a standard worsted weight, which is going to be our 4. I'm going to start with this color, and then I'll make our second one with gray, and I'll show you guys how we connect them all as we keep going. You guys are also going to need this image, so feel free to take your screenshot. I'm going to hold this up for a little bit. I'm hoping I'll keep kind of going up and down, hoping we get something that's not super blurry. But if you guys want, I did also link this. So I found this. It's a free pattern. I found this diagram. It is on Pinterest. I linked it in my description. There's 2 links. One of them will be easier to see and one of them will be zoomed in. But if you guys are catching your screenshot, I'll hold it up for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. This is what it'll be looking like. I already did a test one earlier today. Hey there, Haley. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Glad you're joining me. We are going to be working on this granny square. So grab your yarn, hook, whatever hook will do. I mean, an I, J. I wouldn't, with 4 wasted weight, you could probably go H, but I'm going to be using an I. This I is also a US 9. It's also a 5.5 millimeter, because I know crochet, we like to make things complicated and give everything 3 different ways, 3 different hook measurements. Hey there, Kathleen, how are you? Welcome. So grab your yarn, 2 colors. If you guys are joining me a little bit late, 2 colors, any scrap yarn will work. We're just going to be making 2 of these today, so you don't need a whole lot. This is a great scrap buster project because you're going to be making a ton of these and you can make as many as you want. I'm just going to make a couple, show you how to join them. You don't need to sew these granny squares together. That is the other thing we're going to be practicing today. So we're going to be practicing this diagram, screenshot, and we're going to be practicing no sewing them together, which is a different concept than we typically have done. So if you guys have any questions along the way, you guys know I have the chat going. I am totally open to anybody and everybody telling me to slow down, speed up, demonstrate again. We're going to be running through 2 of these so I can show you guys how to connect them. The other thing, while you guys are grabbing your tools, so grab your yarn, grab your hook, I'm using an I, and then grab your water because we are going to stay hydrated. So cheers, Stitchers, and then I will continue on with anyone that is new here. You guys are also going to want to go into the description after class, and here is why. I am showing you the free beginner tool. If you guys are new to crochet, this is in the description of the video here on YouTube. This is printable. You can download it for free, you can print it off, and it's great. It's got a ton of tools for you, especially if you are a beginner to crochet. Here is my link tree. This will get you anything and everything Jenetics. I'm constantly updating it. I will get you one more screenshot, Kathleen. I got you. Thank you for saying that. I will totally hold it up again. But yeah, go and download this, get your document. I will tell you, these links are always changing. I'm always updating it. They have all the things from recommendations that I think you guys might need as beginners to ways to get in touch with me on other platforms. So definitely take this with you. When you print this off, if you guys are new to crochet and you've never seen these symbols before and you start diving into crochet patterns, it can get overwhelming very quickly. So this tool will help you. Look, CC, contrasting color, chain stitch. A lot of people don't include these with patterns, or you might find free patterns that don't have a quote unquote stitch key. This will help you. This will help you with a lot of the basic abbreviations of crochet. Also, the basic symbols of diagrams. If you guys have never used a diagram before, congrats. That's what we're doing today. And you may want some of the basic symbols so you can start venturing out, finding your own diagrams, because I can tell you there's a lot more diagrams online than there are patterns, in my opinion, especially for free. And you can make a plethora of things once you have this in your tool belt and you're able to get that going. So that tool is free to you. Let me get it off the screen. It is in the description. So when you're done, go ahead and head into the YouTube description, save this video, and you guys can get everything that you need in there, including the link to this pattern. And Kathleen, here is your other screenshot. So guys, if you didn't take a screenshot already, we'll have this up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And Karen, I have a Get Hooked mug. I need to make one. I need to make like one that people can get. I really plan on it because I made one and I really enjoy my Get Hooked mug. I love my little Get Hooked at Jenetics Creations. So yes, we're going to be coming out with merchandise. It is happening. It is happening. But until then, we will just keep making the things, making all the things. If you guys don't know Karen, she is the one that I get all of my stitch accessories or my crow accessories from. She is in the chat down below. It says TSH Designs by Karen. You guys are going to want to hit her up. Many of you already have. But for things like crochet accessories, stitch markers, hook indicators, as mine are all tangled up. This one got tangled. There we go. I fixed it. Hook indicators, all of that stuff. She makes that custom stuff. You see me use it in the videos. Literally the best place to go for all of them. What do they call them? Amigurumi needles, but they also call them stuffy sticks, I think is what I heard them. So those are all great. The knot slayers, just tons of great stuff. So definitely make sure you guys check her out. Her information is also in my link tree under the recommendations tab. So cool. Hopefully you guys, I bought you enough time. Does everyone have their stuff? Everyone have their stuff? I guess I don't know how to do a screenshot. Oh no, Kathleen, do you need it one more time? Did you figure it out? Did you figure it out? If not, don't worry. You can always download this image afterwards. I linked the Pinterest link. I have it linked in the description, so you can always get it afterwards. It's not going to affect your ability to do this because I'm going to be Ammi sticks. Thank you, Karen. That's what they're called. Ammi sticks. But if you can't take the screenshot, that's okay. It's not going to affect you being able to learn today because I am going to go slowly. And you can always get it afterwards so you can keep making them after the fact. But I do want to help you guys learn how to better read diagrams, because once you have that, you're able to like download so many images and make so many things, especially when it comes to like granny squares. I've gotten a lot of things in diagram form. What else? A lot of shawls. Any like geometric shapes, I usually get a lot of those as diagrams. I prefer diagrams as opposed to patterns because you don't have to, it's all one page. And you don't have to worry about like, oh, in second chain, where did they mean what chain? Because if you notice, when you get up close with diagrams, come on, focus camera, but it'll show you where each stitch goes into. It'll show you that this one goes to the top of this, that you're going to chain and you're going to go back into the top of this one. So it's a little bit easier at a glance, and you don't have to play the whole second chain from hook, fourth chain down, previous row, and you're like, am I in the right place? I don't know. I think I am. Let's just see. And that can be really intimidating for a lot of people who are not used to doing patterns and diagrams. So good. You've got your, so it looks like everyone is ready to go. I got a new hook today and it's so much better. Ooh, nice, Athena. What kind of hook? Ergonomic and aluminum. I love aluminum hooks. I don't have ergonomic ones. I use Susan Bates. I tend to be pretty biased towards using Bates hooks, but that is okay. Everyone's preference is totally different. Okay, we're gonna get started, guys. Okay, so when you are starting your diagrams, and I definitely want to keep my pointer out because we're gonna be going back and forth. This one, it starts from the center and it goes out. We know this because it's a granny square. Sometimes patterns will say start here and you'll see an arrow, but this one doesn't. You do see a 1, a 2, and a 3. So that's your first row. Keep in mind, not every pattern counts the magic ring or the chaining row, the starting thing. They don't always count that as your first row. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3. And what's great is that means we know we're starting from the center. And because it says 6, we know 6 chains. So we're going to start with 6 chains and then you're going to join. 6 chains and then you're going to join. So start with a slip knot. Slip knot doesn't have to be crazy. You're just going to twist your yarn and then you're going to grab that loop and pull it through. Okay? Do it one more time. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. Oops, I go this way, sorry. I take the cut, I'm holding that in my right, we're going around, we're coming behind the back of that little loop, and you're pulling it through. Not all the way. This tail needs to stay out. Otherwise, you just created a knot. And now you'll need a knot slayer from Karen in order to get it out. Tee-hee! Hey, Haley. Followed your group? Nice! Nice! I love it. I love it. I think that group might be for testers, Haley, so I don't know how active that one is, just on the heads up. Most of what we do is going to be in the DC or the Discord. If any of you do not have the Discord link, I will put it in the description after class, but I will go ahead and pin it here, so anytime you guys have some downtime in between all of our stitching today, you guys can get that link if you aren't already in the Discord. It is where all of us have been after any of the lives, that I'm doing. If you guys don't know, I'm live here once a week doing all the teaching, but on TikTok I tend to be live more behind the scenes and we're all just stitching and hanging out there. So it's kind of a nice mix up. But make sure you guys, if you guys are after more live stuff, you can always find me there. So back to our pattern. We're going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guys, we're going to slip stitch to the beginning, so you're literally just going to jump over, grab one of those loops, yarn over, and pull through both. And I'll wait right there. Feel free to tighten that first stitch, so you're just pulling that cut string just a little bit. It might tighten up a little bit on you, nothing too crazy. And then we're going to keep going. You should have that ring. No, you're good, Haley. You know I don't mind. You're good. I just don't want you to have expectations that aren't met. I would hate that. I would hate that. All right. So now what do we need to do? Well, let's check our diagram, guys, because remember, we're learning how to read it. So we've done the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've joined it, and now we see this chain. Always go to the chain first when you're looking at the second row because that'll tell you where your starting point is for that row. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. We know that that little circle is a chain. And then we see a double crochet because it's got that T with a cross going through it. And if you guys have your printed chart up, you know that that is the symbol for a double crochet. So we're going to chain 4, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. You're going to do that all the way around. And if you guys want to jump ahead, here we go. How many times do you need to do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So you want to have 15 double crochets into that circle when all is said and done, separated by a chain. Now that was a lot to take in, like, verbally, and that's why, again, that's why patterns can sometimes be harder to understand than seeing it on this stitch map, if you will. It's a diagram. But let's do it together. If diagrams aren't your thing, that's okay. The good news is you're going to learn how to walk away from this still making that beautiful granny square. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to yarn over. This is our first double crochet. If you don't know double crochet, we'll walk through it slowly. Are you sure DC is safe? What do you mean? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Before I get it. Oh, wait. That's up to you, Haley. DC, it's an app. You're going to have to use your own judgment call. But I will tell you that our community is pretty safe. Yes. It just depends because every community you join is very different. All right. So we've 1, 2, 3, 4. We've chained 4 and we're double crocheting into the ring. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up 1, pull up 2, and pull up 2. And then we're going to chain 1. And that's what you're repeating 15 times. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up 1, 2, and 2 again. Chain 1. I'm going to slowly pick up speed because I know some of you guys are probably already going ahead, and that's okay. But this also gives me a chance. If any of you guys need me to demonstrate anything else, please let me know in the chat. We're going to get 15 of those double crochets, and then I'll tell you what to do. So wait for me there. Wait for me there. Yeah, if you're only going to be in my group, Haley, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And you see, guys, as I keep going, I'm pulling these stitches just tighter to give me more space in the ring. So you're going to find that it feels like it's flaring. It feels almost like it's too many stitches at first. But when we get that next row in, we will then, you'll start seeing it flatten out. And then even more so when you connect it to your second square. How's everyone doing? Let me know as you guys start getting close to the end of the row. When you have your 15, let me know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Give myself more space. 12, 13, 14, 15. And I'm going to count one more time just to make sure. And you see how it kind of looks like it's flaring, almost like a ruffle. If it's doing that, it's okay. Don't panic. You're doing it right. It did that on me when I made this first one as well. I was a little worried, but remember, we got to trust the process. When it comes to patterns, trust the process, at least the first time. Go ahead and cut that yarn if you guys haven't already. You don't need to keep weaving it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. You should have something that looks like this. Let me know when we're ready for row 2, guys. Because right now, this is row 1. Row 1. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? As you can see, so we've done all the 15. Now we're getting to this point right here, and you see that little dot? It's going to be hard to see it in the screen, but there's a little dot right there and a little dot right there. That signifies your slip stitches, because you're going to slip stitch into the 1, 2, 3rd chain, and then we're going to slip stitch again into the chain 1 space. And the only reason we're doing that is because our next set of chains needs to come out of that space. And that is 1, 2, 3. And then we'll start this like popcorn stitch thing. I don't know if it's a popcorn stitch or puff stitch. I honestly forget. I think it's a popcorn. I always mix those up. But I'm not seeing anyone telling me to wait. So are we good, or do I need to hold off just a little bit more? I want to make sure I don't lose anybody. If you guys are new here, we will be starting again. If you guys jumped in a little bit late, I can always help you by telling you what to start with, but we will be making a second one of these, so don't worry. Sit tight. We will definitely get you all taken care of. We do not believe in leaving any stitchers behind. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone telling me to hold off. So where is this 3rd chain? And how do I make sure I'm going in the right one? These braids are all like your stitches. This right here, some people say it looks like a heart, some people looks like a V, it's a braid. But 1, 2, 3, we want to go into this 3rd stitch. So we're looking to pull up, I'm trying to show you guys before I get my hook in the way, those 2 right there. I'll bring this in just a little bit closer, but hopefully you guys can see that just fine. And you'll see there's one chain to the left of it. That's going to be our chain 1 space. Okay, so go ahead and we're going to slip stitch into that. So there's, just grab both of those loops. You're going to want both of the top ones. You should still have one that's on the bottom. And you're going to yarn over and pull through all of the loops, including that first one. So that is a slip stitch. Now we're going to jump over and we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space. So we're going directly into this nice space. And yarn over and pull through again. That's how, because we don't want our stitch to be on top of this stitch. We want it, you don't want it here. You want it in that space. And that's why we slip stitch over to make sure our hook is in the right space. If you understand why, this will help you when you guys start wanting to go rogue later on in the future. If any of you guys are ever interested in like freestyle stitching and stuff, understanding how to manipulate the yarn, that is always where you can like learn to start doing that. Okay, so now what, Jen? Well, according to the pattern, we are here and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 chains, and then we're doing our popcorn with 2 double crochets that are all tied together here. Then 1, 2, 3, another popcorn, chain 3, another popcorn, chain 3, another popcorn, all in the chain 1 spaces. If that makes sense to you, go ahead and start moving on. If not, don't worry, we're going to do this part a lot slower. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be doing that unfinished. This is how I refer to it. It's called a popcorn stitch, I believe. I don't think it's a puff stitch. I think it's a popcorn stitch. I mix those up all the time. But it's an unfinished double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up 1, pull up 2. It's just like a double crochet, right? But you're not going to pull up this part yet. So that's why I call it an unfinished double crochet. Do that one more time. Yarn over, same spot, pull up 1, pull up 2. You should have 3 loops on the hook. Now you're going to yarn over, pull through all 3. And it should look like that. Then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So in this case, this first set of chains is acting like your first unfinished double crochet. So now when we get to this one, we don't have the chains, and that's why you're going to have, this one has the chains and then the 2 double crochets. Now we're just going to have the 3 double crochets together. So you've chained 3. Let's go into the next chain 1 space, which is right there. So yarn over, insert hook, work an unfinished double crochet. So 2 loops should still be on the hook. Yarn over again, back into the hook, another unfinished double crochet. You now have 3 loops, and we're going to do 1 more. You have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through all 4, and chain 3 again. And you're going to do that all the way around. I'm going to keep going and keep going fairly slowly, but let me know if anyone is lost. Hopefully everyone is doing okay so far. It is going to flare a little bit. That's okay. Here's your proof, guys. Oop, where did it go? It's going to flare a lot until you get to that last row, because these are going to start pulling out. So that last row is where it's all going to start laying the way that it's supposed to. So don't panic if it looks a little wonky right now. Unfinished double crochet 3 times, aka popcorn stitch, and pull through all 4. 1, 2, 3. Is everyone getting it so far? Does everyone have something that's looking kind of similar? Oh, my yarn is squeaking, and I don't have music on this channel, so it's obvious. You're gonna hear it all. What color is everyone picking out there? I'm going to do pink and the gray. So that'll be perfect. Probably should have done the gray one first because now I have to put them all together. See how it's starting to almost act like a, if you guys have ever done a ruffle bucket hat, this is almost what it starts doing. You start seeing that ruffle. That's okay. That's the part that these are going to start getting pulled tighter once we do our next row. So hopefully now it's starting to make sense why I kept kind of prepping you guys. Don't question it. I'm sure you're doing everything the way you're supposed to. But I know we all start getting a little nervous when things start warping or taking on a shape of their own, especially if it's a pattern you've never done before. You guys wrapping up? How close are we to the end of this row? I'm gonna get us more yarn because I am out. Okay, and then I will keep going. Keep going. Just keep stitching. Just keep stitching. If you guys are not on the TikTok side, this has been our project of the week. It's been a frog with a booty. It has been so much fun. We've been making those all week on TikTok and whatnot. So yeah, if you're not in the cord, that's where we're all coordinating the projects of the week. That is also, and then we've been working on it, obviously, behind the scenes. That and many other things. We're always stitching. We're always stitching and chatting. Got ourselves a pretty dope crew. 1, 2, 3, and going back in. One, two, three. Okay, I'm on my last stitch. Where's everyone at? Are we getting there? I'm gonna keep going, but I don't want to lose anyone. 1, 2, 3. You will end on a chain 3 because we want to make sure that it's consistent. Notice, see, mine's ruffling. Mine's ruffling a lot. That's okay. Don't panic. Because if you just smush it down and you start stretching it, or AKA blocking it, which is almost the same, you're going to see that it will go flat. It will. Only halfway. All right, Kathleen. That's good. That's good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Like I said, we're going to make 2, so you're not going to get lost. In fact, I was supposed to make gray because I've got the last round. I've got to actually crochet into this one. So you guys are going to get a sneak peek on how you connect them, even though I wasn't supposed to do that until the second one. Whoopsie. That's what happens when we're live. That's what happens, but as you can see, they flatten out. They flatten out. All right, I will take my time, Kathleen. I will take my time explaining this. You don't need to pay attention to this because I'll demonstrate it when we get there. So we just did all of our popcorn stitches with the chain 3s in between. And we've gone all the way around. Now we've ended on a 1, 2, 3. Here's our dot, so we're going to slip stitch to the top of that popcorn. Then we're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space. Then we're going to chain 1. This is a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. I second questioned it as well. And then you're going to single crochet into here. We're going to keep following the instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single. 1, Why do people keep calling me? I swear. Followed by another chain 5 and a single crochet. So I'll come back to this, but the first thing it's asking us to do is, now that we have done our chain 3 is we're going to slip stitch to this one, slip stitch over to the chain 3 space. Had to frog. Oh no, you forgot a chain 3, no way. All right, well, Katie, just let me know if you need me to repeat anything. I'll go back. I'll make sure you are not left behind. It is all good. It is all good. The space that we're grabbing is that top one that's right on top of the stitch. Okay, it's the same one there, same one there. And we're just going to slip stitch into it, so you're pulling through both. We're going to slip stitch back into this space because we don't want to be on top of this stitch. We want to be on top of this space. So just go ahead and move your hook over, slip stitch again. That's what gives us space. And then, like I said, chain 1, single crochet, chain 5. So chain 1, back into the same spot, single crochet. All that's doing is giving us space for our single crochet. So you're going to have a little extra there, but it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. We have it on the other one too. Chain 5, and single crochet. Okay, so we were here, we did our funny stuff here, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet again. So let's chain 5, and single crochet again. As you can see, that is the first, that is these first 2 loops, and then we're going to create our first corner. No worries, Haley. No worries. All right. So we've done the 2 loops. We've done our single crochet right here. All of these stitches are now going to be worked into the next section. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles, followed by 5 chains, followed by 5 doubles. So that is your corner. And now we'll do it together. 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But Jen, there's no room. Don't worry, just literally slide your stitches over. It's a big chain space. There's room for it. Just slide your stitches over. Chain 5. And going back in to the same spot, 5 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Everyone get that? We're good. We're good. That's good, Haley. We'll see you in the cord. I'm glad you have it. We'll see you in the cord. Should have something that looks like this now. And we're going to keep going. So, we've done this. We've done this. And now we're going to be single crocheting into this space. Chain 5, single crocheting, chain 5, single crocheting. So single crochet into the first space right here, 1 and 2, chain 5, and back into this space with a single crochet, chain 5, and right into here. There's no chains because we're going right back into our corner stitch again. And you'll see right here, we just single crocheted here. So now into that corner again, 5, 5, 5. All into that. 5 doubles, 5 chains, 5 doubles. And let's see, this is our third side. On our fourth side, I am going to walk you guys through how to join this, but I want you guys to kind of ignore me. So I might join it on my own, and I'll walk you guys through it on the second one because you'll be doing it with me at that time. So let me just go ahead and do this corner. Everyone's going to be doing this corner. 5 doubles, 5 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 5. Slide your stitches. Just slide them over. There's plenty of room, I promise. Because remember, you want it to create that point. And the only way is by cramming all those stitches into that space. It's all done intentionally. I'm getting more yarn. Getting more yarn. All right, 5 more doubles. Same space. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 2 more loop-de-doops. This is the technical term, loop-de-doop. Loop-de-doop. So in the next chain space, you're just going to go directly there and single crochet, chain 5, and then into the next space, single crochet. Haley, I see your comment and I'll totally add you. I'll totally add you after class. I will make that a priority. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going right back into that next space. You're going to work your final corner into this. Well, not final corner. We have one more corner over here. Forgive me. I lied. So 5 double crochets, chain 5, 5 double crochets. I already have one of these, so I am going to take an opportunity to connect them, but I will teach you this on the second one. So don't get lost in what I'm about to do. Do your 5 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 5. In my case, on the third chain, I'm going to connect it. And when you connect them, this is just giving you a little sneak peek, you're doing half the chains. You're going into the corresponding spot for that middle chain and doing the other half. So 2, join 2, 2, 1, 2, which is still 5. Then we're going right back into the spot. I will do that part so much slower when you guys are working on the second one, just because that's when you'll actually be doing it with me. But you guys are still working on your first granny square. So keep doing what you're doing with the 5 double crochets, but at least you guys are seeing what's about to happen with that second one. How's everyone doing? I know we're going fairly quickly, but I know some of you guys were waiting on me, so I want to make sure. Haley, I'm sorry you don't feel well. I really am. So nothing's changed except for all I did was join it to that one, but you guys should still have this going. We're going to single crochet into that next one again and chain 5. Oops, on my third I'm going to join. And then I have 2 more, but I did a total of 5 chains. And we're single crocheting into the next one. Oops, I gotta remember to join on the third chain. 1, 2. And all we're doing is we're going to sit there and kind of pull that in the right spot. This is why blocking is somewhat important. So we have our 5 chains, and we're going right back in, and here we are approaching our second, oh, no more chains, our second, why do I keep messing that up? Our 4th and final corner. We're about to be there. So if you guys aren't there, let me know, but here we go. Last corner stitch. 5 doubles, 5 chains, and you are good. And Haley, if you need to vent, we have a channel in the cord for that. It'll be the perfect place. It's called Stitch Therapy. We have a Stitch Therapy channel on the cord, the Discord, the Cord of Disses. I don't know what you're allowed to say on YouTube, to be honest with you. And we did it just for all of those random venting moments that we all have. Chain 5. I am joining. I'm jumping a little bit ahead because you guys don't have your second square yet. That's my 3rd chain, 4th chain, 5th chain. And now we're going right back in to finish our corner with our 5 double crochets. And now when you slip stitch, I slip stitch right back into the single crochet. So be careful because we have this, which is a chain. Jump over, grab the single crochet, and you're going to slip stitch to that. That is your first square. Haley, do I ever go live in the cord? I don't. I haven't really looked at that side yet. I know some of us have talked about using it. To fasten off, guys, you're just going to cut. You don't need a super long tail because we don't have a whole lot going on. And you're just going to pull through as if you're chaining. Pull all the way out. And then that will allow you to pull that tight. And we're about to start our second one. But first, do I have any questions? Is everyone getting through their first granny square? Because you guys are working on your first. I'm going to start sewing this in just so you guys can see how I weave in ends. If any of you guys have not seen that before, I like to use a yarn needle. Got you, Haley. Yeah, we haven't used it yet. We're thinking about using that for like some private crochet parties. We haven't quite figured that out. I didn't even know it was available until a little while ago in regards to going live in the cord, but that is something we are talking about using. Whenever I fasten in any ends, I try to go in line with the stitches so that the yarn gets hidden underneath a lot of the areas of the stitch that are supposed to be visible. Oops, I guess I should get a little bit more in the center there. So I'm trying to get all underneath those yarn overs and loop-de-doopies and all the technical terms that we have. I like to aim for a section where all of the stitches go into because it's a nice surefire way that you are going to be able to hide that strand and it won't get messed with. So that is my favorite area to weave in an end. You guys do not have to weave in your ends. I am just buying time for all of those that are still wrapping up before we start our second square. So let me know where you guys are at. Are you ready for the second square? Do you need another minute? Do you want me to go on without you? You let me know in the chat. Because anyone who's watching this on replay, they can just keep rewinding it. So yeah, a girls' night, right, Haley? That's what we were thinking too. We were even thinking about being able to like watch a movie on there. I don't know. There's a lot of things with the cord that we are still learning for sure. I didn't realize how much we could do in there until some of my community members, some of you all, started pointing it out. So now that I've gone back and forth just a few times, I can go ahead and cut it. It's secure. It's not going anywhere. All right. How's everyone doing? Are you guys ready for the second one? Are we ready? Are we ready to rumble? The kittens are watching with you right now. Oh, nice, Marie. How are you? How many kittens you got? And if these are like over here or something like that and you want to clean that up, all you got to do is just pull stuff to the center. Your stitches are pretty manipulatable. Manipulatable? Is that a word? It is now. But you just want to try to do that before you actually block your work or set the stitches in, because it'll just, yeah, once you set them in, they kind of really stay there. But are you guys ready for the second one? Got it? Keep going. I have to pick up the kids. I will watch and replay. Kathleen, I'm so glad you made it this far. I'm so glad you're here. I have 3 kittens, 2 boys and 1 girl. That's nice. That's really nice. I wanted to have 3 kids. I only have 1 now. I say now. We only have 1. We're one and done. We're one and done. But yeah. Yeah. I have 1 dog. I do joke about wanting 5 more. Hubby, I'm sure, does not find it as amusing as I do. I'm definitely a dog person. I've never had a cat. I have friends who have had cats, and they are adorable. Their mother is named Morticia, and her sister is Wednesday. That's awesome. When I was younger, I used to get told I looked like Christina Ricci, which is really hilarious because I don't see it at all. All right, we're going to do 1 more together. This one should go a little bit faster, and then I'm going to show you guys this part. If you didn't catch it already, we'll do that slower because now you actually have a second one to connect it to. I'm going to be making the one that's going to go right here and connecting it to this side. So we'll set this aside for a hot second. We're starting with another slip knot. Coda. And there's my dog right now, who thinks that something happened because something probably fell on the deck, like an acorn. Hey, the acorns are not going to attack you. Let's be quiet. All right, so since you guys probably don't have this memorized, I will still be reading it out. You guys have the pattern that we can reference, but we're going to jet through this one a little bit faster because it's always faster the second time around. Let's be real. So we've got our 6 chains, join it, 4 chains, and then our double chain, 15 times. And we still will go slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And join with a slip stitch. Pull that first stitch tight. Put it in the right spot where you guys can crochet over it. No worries, Haley. I'll see you on TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've done your 6, you've joined it, chain 4, and now we start with the double crochet, chain 1. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and continue. Double. Double, double your freshness. Love you, Hales. Double, chain, double, and chain. I think you guys get it. I think you guys get it. Do this until you have 15 doubles total. Again, keep sliding your stitches to give you space. And again, don't worry if it starts feeling like it's like ruffly or warpy or whatever word you want to use, because you see it will come out okay in the end. Trust the process. If you guys haven't like learned that by now, patterns, you always second question yourself. It is important to trust the process, at least the first time around. And as someone who crochets, I always think I know more than the pattern, and I can't tell you how many times it ends up resulting in additional frogging or undoing what I just crocheted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need a few more. 13, 14, and 15. Spread those out. Cut off your end, and we will slip stitch to join. remember, when we slip stitch, don't do it in this chain. You want to be one away from that double crochet, because if you go right next to the double crochet, you're gonna adjust the pattern. So make sure you're one away from the double crochet. Yes, that rhymes. You're also in the third one from the center, which is really hard for me to show you from this angle. So I'm trying to, that'll be your third one, or one away from that stitch. So slip stitch. Once you're done there, do another slip stitch in the chain one space. And going back to our pattern, just for a refresher, we have chain 3, unfinished doubles, aka popcorn stitch, 3, popcorn, 3, popcorn, 3, popcorn, 3, all the way around. All the way around. 1, 2, 3, unfinished double, unfinished double, yarn over, pull through all 3. 1, 2, and 3. There we go, popcorn. How's everyone doing? Are we all rocking and rolling? I'll bet you Karen's really fast. She's probably already almost done with her second one. 2 and 3. Pull through them all. Ooh, you have a dog and a bird? Ooh. I don't know what a conure bird is. I don't know what that one is. I know my mom used to have a parakeet. It was really cute. I loved the colors on it. 1, 2, 3. Pull through all 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a mini parrot. So do they also learn how to have all the same vocals as a regular parrot? I would assume, right? I want a bird that can talk so bad, but I know, knowing my luck, I would get it to repeat all the things I didn't want it to repeat. It would just be what happens. That's actually the real reason we don't have any goats, is because I was afraid that we would end up with a screaming goat. Because I know my luck. I know my luck. I just know these things are what happened to me. So why bother? Like, we don't need to add to it. You guys hear my dog? You guys have heard her. Every time she thinks someone's at the house, she's got to let us know. You think a goat would not be the same? Same with the donkey. I so want a donkey. I would love to have a donkey. But do you realize that donkey would probably be screaming at me all the time? My neighbors would hate me. Mine can say pretty boy, oh, and wolf whistles at you. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. I would have too much fun, like trying to get it to say stuff, I'm sure. Is it hard to teach them to say certain things, or do they pick up on it kind of naturally? They're just mimicking you, right? I think that's how it works. 1, 2, 3. A African gray bird is a bird that talks and loves for up to 60 years. Oh my goodness. They do say it's a pet for the generations, because, yeah. Trying to get him to say Rambo. Nice. What's his name? Is his name Rambo? That would be funny. He talks to himself. Are you guys almost done with this second row on the second square? I am kind of flying through it, so I'm worried that I'm leaving someone behind that might need me to go slower. So shout out if that's you. You are not alone, I'm sure. Just someone out there is probably going, someone else do it but me. It's okay. It's okay. I'm more than happy to demonstrate anything you guys need again. Otherwise, you definitely will be available, or this video will be available for replay as soon as it ends. As soon as it ends, it gets dropped in there, and anyone that needs to can go back and rewatch it. And boom. Don't forget, we are ending on a chain 3, and you're going to slip stitch to the top of that first popcorn stitch. And I'll wait there for a hot second. His name, he watches movies with me and will copy his name, is Ren. Oh, and he's only 2 years old, so you're going to have him for a while then. Oh, wait, he's a mini. Does he also last about 60 years? Or does he last less because he's a mini? I know sometimes with dogs it's that way. He had a wife named Bobby. She said Rambo, but passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry. We need to get him another wifey. We need to get him another wifey. Even that's pretty. Even before we do that last row. And just so we can stay consistent, we're going to go into that first one, slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet, and then we're starting our chain 5 single, chain 5 single, 5 5 5. Single, chain 5 single, chain 5 single, 5 5 5. He'll live for 25 to 30. Okay, that's not bad. Trippy Panda. Hello, hello. It's Tara, right? Yeah, Tara was Panda. Tara was Panda. How are you? Welcome to the YT. Welcome to YouTube. All right. What did we say we're doing? I already forgot. We're slip stitching into the space. Chain 1. Single crochet. Do it 5 chains. And single. 5 chains and single. No more chains. We're going right into that corner stitch. So 5 doubles, 5 chains, 5 doubles. 5 doubles is first. But I want you guys to pause at the chains. So just do the 5 doubles and pause, because we're going to go ahead and join it so you guys, we can go slow. Is everyone kind of ready? Are they here? Are you guys ready to start joining it? I'm officially cleared. Yay, Tara! Officially cleared and free from PT, guys. She's been fighting it. I'll get a gym routine just to build my quad muscles. Good. A little bit more, but other than that, I'm free to back to work. All right. Well, now we got to work on that resume. Send us that resume so we can help you get a job, Tara. That's awesome. I'm so excited for you. Because how long have you been out? I don't remember how bad that was. It was pelvis, right? You did something gnarly. I remember it being really gnarly. Or was it knees? Pelvis or knees? I can't remember. Can't remember. It has to be knees. Hello, quads. Okay. That makes total sense. Yes! See? Even Becky. All right. Is everybody at the corner? Everybody in a corner. Even if you're at the second or the third corner, we can stop there and we can join on any side. Get yourself to a corner. Get yourself to a corner. Nobody put baby in the corner. Are we ready? Someone give me a yeah. Someone give me a yeah. Don't forget to drink your water. Ah, yeah, knee dislocation. Whoo-wee, girl. And surgery in December. Yeah, okay, well, you're pretty consistent with recovery time then. Because I think they quoted me about 6 months on each knee but it wasn't dislocated. It was a totally different issue, but yeah. Dirty Dancing. Yeah, we got to quote the classics. Come on, Marie. Got to quote the classics. All right, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to join it. So we've gotten to our first corner. We have 5 chains total. The middle one is the one that's going to join. So you're going to chain 2, join on the third, chain 2, okay? So chain 2 to join. Take your hook, put it in that corner space. So just boop. You're going to do your chain from there. It's going to wrap around those stitches. So yarn over, pull through. That is our third chain. Make sure you pull through that gray one, or your color B, if you will. That's our third chain. 1, 2. Did I lose anybody? I say hello to my little friend. Yes, say hello. Did that make sense? I know that can be a new technique for many. I had fallen while still in my big brace. Oh no. How I fell. I bent my knee too much, too fast, and oh, you're giving me the chills. And broke up a bunch of scar tissue, and they said that actually helped progress my healing. Oh yeah, it can. Tabitha, it's not a blanket, but it can be. This can be a blanket. This can be a shawl. You can turn it into a cocoon shawl. You can turn this into a full-on cardigan, Ara. You can turn this into a million different things because it's really up to you. The granny squares are only about that big. And as you connect them, you shape them to whatever you want. Did I lose anyone on that join for the chain 5? You see how they are now connected? Because I'm going to go right into here with our single crochet. And then we're going to keep going. Oh, wait, no, sorry. We're not going to go back into there. We're going back into the corner. We need to finish our double crochets. So 5 double crochets. Back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're not changing anything about the pattern. You're just connecting them as we go. Yeah, Karen, I love this one too. I'm glad you love it. It's a really good, like, it's got enough elements to it to be like beautiful, lacy, but also like I feel like you can modernize it. Like you could really make this your own. It's got like a touch of vintage and a touch of modern. In this one we are single crocheting. And again, I'm not doing anything different. We're still following the thing. We're just, here's where we're joining. Here's where we're joining. Here's where we're joining. So we've just done our 5, join, 5. We're technically on this one, sorry. But now we're going to do our single, 5, and we're going to join as we go. So chain, again, we're going to join. So you're going to chain 2, join on the middle one, chain 2 more. So chain 2, 1, 2, insert your hook into the next spot, which is going to be the loop-de-doopy. So the loop-de-doopies need to match up. These are technical terms, I know. But your 5 chain spaces are going to line up. Your third chain is going to go right here where you're just going to yarn over and pull through. Don't forget to pull through that gray loop. Well, you guys may not have gray. You might have another one. And 2 more chains. 1, 2. That's 5 total. And then we're going to single crochet over here. A 1950s earwormer, and it was fun to do. Oh, that sounds great. I do several earwormers. I actually like to do them in the feather stitch, and I have a video for the feather stitch and a Tunisian crochet one on my channel. So you check out the Get Hooked playlist. I know I have a feather stitch earwormer or headband, however you guys want to call it, in there. And I think if you check out my tutorials, I have a Tunisian crochet headband or earwormer, however you want to put it. So hopefully you'll take advantage of that and take a look-see. So we have another chain 5 space, and it's going to line up with that loop-de-doopy, so we've got to connect. Again, chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to connect it on the third chain, so insert your hook, pull through, don't forget that chain, and chain 2. Now we're going into our next corner stitch. So do your 5 double crochets. Wait, nope. I'm jumping again. We got a single crochet first. My bad. Single crochet. So loop-de-doopies connect. Slide them if you need to. Get it in the center. Loop-de-doopies connect. Right here. Making sure we're good. Yes. And now into this space, 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, chain 5s. 1, 2, on the third chain, connect a loop-de-doopy. Now you'll notice on this one, I already have 2 connected. So when you get to a spot where all 4 come together, I try to aim for the one that's opposite. You can connect to this one, but what may end up happening is as you connect more to it, you may see it pull away. So connect to the one that's diagonal, opposite, to help maintain a more consistent tension as you connect more squares to your project. So I'm going into the gray loop-de-doopy. I didn't know I would say so much loop-de-doopy today. Yeah, I hope you'll take a look, Marie. I really do. And you're going to work that chain or slip stitch, however you want to word it. But that is your 3rd chain. And now do 2 more. Now we can technically turn this because we're in the corner, and we're going to just, now that we don't have anything else to connect it to, if you had another one here, you would have to connect it as you go across. But now we can finish that row around as if there's nothing, because there is nothing. So we're going to go back in, do our 5 double crochets. Single crochet into your next space, chain 5, single, chain 5, and single, and corner. All right. Do you guys have something that's looking like this? Like, are we on par? Are we on page? Are we on the same page? Same page. There we go. And when I do this granny square, this corner stitch, I'm going to connect it all the way over all of those. And that will finish locking this side up. Any questions? I'm going to wrap this one up. I don't think I need to make a 3rd one with you guys. I think you guys have kind of gotten it. But any questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spot on. Yay! Karen, what are you going to turn yours into? Actually, I haven't decided what I want to do. I want to do some other, I might have to, I want to convert this into a triangle so I can do it in a shawl. But this would actually make a really good cocoon sweater, kind of like Ara was making, where you just create a big box and then you kind of fold 2 sides in half. If you guys haven't looked up a cocoon sweater, it's a great one. And what you'll do is I'll show you, if you have a big square, let me find another scrap square. Once you create this shape, you'll fold this over and it creates that. You sew this, pretend this is big because this is a sweater. This is your armhole. This is your armhole. So you'll sew this up till about here. You sew this till about here. And then you can do, if you want to do a sleeve, you can start crocheting the sleeve off of this. And you'll start crocheting the sleeve. And then what you could also do is you could crochet around this, around in circles, and that'll create like the cuff that goes around your neck and wraps around your body. But that's how you do a cocoon sweater. So I feel like this, once you have a big enough square section, would make a really, really, really pretty cocoon sweater. I just did 2, Haley. I already had one made from our earlier live session on TikTok. And then I just made this one, and now they're connected. So, yep. They do work up fairly quickly, though, and this won't use a whole heck of a lot of yarn because it's a very open stitch. So you guys could really do a lot with this. You could even make an oversized scarf by just creating a very long rectangle, if you will. Kind of more than a rectangle. It's kind of like a big panel, but I feel like it would make a gorgeous shawl. It would make a gorgeous shawl, Karen. That was, yeah. 5 and boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. We made a boo-boo, didn't we? Okay, well, we're just gonna be, we're gonna hide it. 1, oh. And now that we're in our last corner, 5 doubles. 3, 4, and 5. All right, we were talking about you. Wow, I made a boo-boo. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. 5. So, all right, I don't know what style cardigan you made, but I was discussing how you can take any square pattern or any square panel and convert it into a cardigan as a cocoon cardigan. And I think it would look really good with these granny squares if you had a full square. And I can show you what I mean in a second. We're just going to slip stitch, fasten off, and then this one's ready for weaving in the ends. And then I'll make another pink one here. But once you have a square, you can always, and Ara, I don't know if this is the style you were making. You did a hexie. Oh, that's right. You did 2 hexies. For some reason, I thought your other one. So any square pattern, any square panel, whatever stitch you choose to use, it could even be this stitch that we worked on in last week's class, which is another nice open mesh style V-stitch. You can fold in, and convert this to a sweater. And the way you would do that, imagine that this is Barbie clothes, because that's literally what we're working with right now. You stitch here, stop, sew this together, stop. You'll have this opening for, pretend this is it, for them to wear like that. That would be the arm going through that little space. And then you can crochet directly into here to create your sleeve. So you're going down the wrist, crochet around here for a sleeve, and then to create a nice cuff that goes around the neck, you finish it off by crocheting around this as a border. So that is how you can do a cocoon top with any stitch you want. All you have to do is make a gigantinormous, not gigantinormous, you obviously measure it to your body height because you want it to go from like the nape of your neck all the way down to, some people like to go below the hips and make it a little bit longer. So you might want to go midway down your bum. And then you can, that's what this length would be. And then you can sew them together, and that would actually look really pretty using this. All tons of ideas. When you make a cocoon one with the shawl pattern, I'll definitely test it for you. Oh, heck yeah. So if you guys didn't know, I'm writing another pattern. It's this one behind me, but I've been doing it on live. And we are going to be converting that to a square and turning it into a cocoon sweater, just like I described. The shawl ladder you made. Yes. Yes. The shawl. It's the green one I'm working on. I know which one you're talking about. But yes, tons of ideas. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? I'm going to start that 4th one because I do feel like I need to finish this. Just because it's going to bug me only having 3 together, but you guys don't need to stay here for all that. I just want to make sure I get all your questions answered. If anyone needs me to redemonstrate anything, I'll be happy to. You don't like that? I don't know. YouTube and TikTok, they all have their differences. The one thing I do like about TikTok being live on here is that the whole live immediately gets saved, whereas on TikTok I can only do 10-minute clips. And with us teaching projects that are not 10-minute friendly half the time, that does not work out very well. Plus, on TikTok, it reads out my messages, so I don't have to read. I'm sure I could get that set up here. It did have an OBS feature, but until I start diving into that, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. All right, if you guys don't have any other questions, then I'm going to take a break. I will see you back on TikTok in about 20 minutes or so. Don't forget to go into the chat, because into the chat you have the free tool. You also have the link to this photo, so if you weren't able to get a good screenshot, you can go ahead and download your image and save it directly. It's a lot clearer online. You don't like it? I don't like it. You sound like a little kid. I don't like it. It's all right. All right. It's all right. We're going to be back on TT soon. We're going to be back over there. So you have all those. You also have the links to all things Jenetics. So if you guys want to check me out on TikTok, or if you guys want to jump into any of the other platforms, all the information is in there. What else? What else? What else? We have the free things. We have that. Oh, I will put the cord link. The cord, the dis of cords, the cord of disses. If you guys want to join the community there, I will put that link in the description so no one misses out on that. And then we'll continue moving forward with that. I'll see you guys next week. Next week, I don't know what we're working on yet. I've reached out to a few different pattern writers so that we can hopefully try to get more patterns our way that we can use and teach and whatnot. And it'll give you guys just a ton of new material as well. We'll see if that pans out. If not, we will keep picking random free stuff that we find. And if you guys have any requests, you know I'm open to it. So feel free to throw things in the comments or in any of the videos after the fact. Or, shoot, you guys know so many ways to get in touch with me. A bootay frog, yes. And if you guys are not in the Discord, you are missing out on all of the frogs that we have been making as our project of the week. And we are currently deciding what our next project of the week is going to be. So, you don't want to miss out on all the fun. Get in the Discord. It's free. It's free. And I'll put the link in the description. It is pinned in this chat. So feel free to grab it before we end. I love this one. This one's my favorite. And his miles even, I didn't mean for it to be that way, but you know, stuff happens. And it looks kind of cute. Like, Murr. He's Murr. He's Fred Murr. I don't know if that's his name, but that's what we're going with right now. And then this guy. Those little bums. They're so cute. So yeah, lots of things happening. Lots of things happening. Join the Stitch Shenanigans. You don't want to miss out. Yes, Ara is in the chat talking about Ribbler. We get a lot of our patterns from there, a lot of free patterns. If you guys don't know what it is like the free version of Pinterest. Well, it's like Pinterest, but the crochet only version. There you go. That's the best way to describe it. And we've been finding a ton of things there, a ton of things to try there. So that's where we're getting a lot of our stuff. We're going to keep pulling from it. This one was just on Pinterest though. And I have the link in the description. There's two links, one for the farther away version that shows you guys how to kind of join them, and then this one which you can really zoom up and you can see when the camera is not required because it's blurry until I get to a certain place. But anyways, other than that, I will see you guys here same time, same place next week, Thursday, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I don't know what we'll be making, but you guys are all going to be who ultimately decides. So make sure you guys let me know what you're on the hunt for. On Ribbler, his name is Todd. The Thick Toad. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention. Reminds me of Robin, the Kermit the Frog's nephew. Oh, I didn't know Kermit the Frog had a nephew. I don't remember Robin. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to hop back over to TikTok if you guys want. You guys can see me there. I hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you here next week. And don't forget, any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. I am here for you. We don't leave any Stitcher behind. I'll see you next week. Bye!